It's here.
I know.
It's as you can see, Jay and Jimmy aren't with me, but David is, and David and I have been we've been playing in a lot of games
Yes.
to try and win these.
Yep.
I bet you we've bought at least 3 bottles between
for sure.
the two of us, for sure.
Yeah.
It finally dropped here in Kansas last week.
Yes.
Last week. It hasn't even dropped. At the time of filming right now, it hasn't even dropped in Missouri.
Nope.
Guess where we're going to be in a couple weeks?
Hopefully scoring.
Missouri, I need you to get your shit together. All your distributors in Missouri, I need you to drop some Russell's 15 because David needs a bottle.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I have been waiting for this. I've been watching all the reviews. They're so okay. They're hitting, like they're all over the place. Most people love it.
Yes.
There are those who say, no, it's not worth it. And I'm going to say, I don't know if it's because they're just, maybe this is the most expensive bottle they've ever personally bought. And
Right.
the hype train behind this bottle was so real.
That's what I was going to say. It's just the hype behind it that falls short for some.
So if you drop 250, 275, maybe more, and it falls up short, like I can see people being disappointed.
Yeah.
But we are both big Russell's fans. I am a huge Wild Turkey Russell's fan.
Right. Well, you know, Russell's tenure is kind of what I started off with, and
Yeah.
kind of so.
At first, you didn't even really care for it.
No, and then as I got into it more and more, now that's definitely a staple for me now. So.
Yeah. So we just had a palate warmer of Rare Breed, which
Yeah.
David has never had.
Yep, haven't bought that bottle yet, believe it or not.
So your overall just quick thoughts on it.
I'll tell you, yeah, no, it's good.
Would you recommend it for 50, 52 bucks?
I would, based upon others that I've had, absolutely would. What I like most about it, 52 bucks, you can go anywhere and get it. Again, as we kind of talked, you know, that musty grain that you get from Wild Turkey is very prevalent there. But yeah, overall, really, really enjoyable.
Yeah, I would say that probably is the Wild Turkey note that is prevalent across a lot of their bottlings. But
Without further ado,
hey, welcome to Thin Blue Whiskey, by the way.
I'm really sorry that you had to twist my arm to have me come over here.
Yeah,
For this.
well, you know, when the wife's away, the husbands will play, and she's gonna be home in like an hour. So you said, hey, can I come over and drink real quick? I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
So here we go.
Well, you know, I just know she's going to be exhausted, so I want to be home. And
You want to be a good husband.
that's right.
You've already had your honeydews done today.
Yeah.
I did too. I got up early. It's like 105 degrees.
Oh, that's miserable.
It's absolutely terrible here. I got the grass mowed, edged. I got my whole brick patio cleared off. It was a damn mess. I worked really hard for 2 solid hours.
You absolutely deserve
I
this.
deserve this.
I kept the kids alive for 2 days while she was gone, so I too deserve this.
You only had one.
Nope, Thursday and most of Friday.
No,
Still
okay.
counts.
Okay. We're just poured from the heart, David. Just.
Oh, yeah.
That is dark. Oh, there's a dark.
So what's funny is the reviews that I've watched of this say that it's, if you're expecting it to be like the 13, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm really, really surprised.
Oh, that is rich, dark fruits. The fruit note that immediately comes off of this is crazy. That is like a dark berry, like a blackberry, maybe an overripe raspberry.
Yes, the fruit is what I get most of.
Oh, yeah. There's a real subtle sweet oak.
Which I guess, honestly, for being 15 years old, I was expecting it to be a little bit more, actually.
Well, I tend to describe like sweet oak and tannic oak. The Elijah Craig 18
Hmm.
tannic oak. It's just like you're biting into a stick, or like like a block of oak, like a board. That's tannic oak for me. Like there seems to be, my brain tells me I can differentiate between what I think is tannic and almost bitter versus something. This is sweet.
Yeah.
This is a sweet oak.
Do you get any vanilla?
I would say if there is, it is so subtle. It's not booming out of the glass. The fruit, the sweet oak, and the toffee brown sugar are the notes
I wonder
that
if
I'm
that's
getting.
what I'm maybe thinking is kind of more of that vanilla for me, is that.
I just it was one sniff, and then I haven't, but it was almost like a tropical fruit for just a split second, and almost a citrus tropical thing. I could smell this all day.
Yeah, that smells really good. That's really.
All right,
I mean, if we're not tasting it at $250,
what are we even doing?
I'm just saying
We should taste it.
Well, I'm just saying based upon the smell at $250, you did okay.
Yeah,
I mean, that's really on the nose. That is super enjoyable.
it's one of the best. That's one of the best noses that I've had on a whiskey in a long time. The Buckner 17 was a really good nose.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my God. There's the vanilla
Yeah.
on oak. Like
Yes.
there is a definite oak, but it is not off-putting.
No.
It is perfect. The perfect amount of oak.
100% agree that you legitimately get almost a creamy vanilla over the oak.
Yes. Yeah. It's almost like if you were to make a cinnamon roll out of an oak board and drizzle it in the vanilla frosting.
That's really good.
The fruit note comes across. It is dark. It's dark fruits. There is nothing. There's nothing bright about this. This is rich, decadent. We should not be drinking this on a 105-degree day.
I could go with that. Yeah.
This feels like this should be drank on a cool evening over by a bonfire.
Oh, absolutely. But as long as we're drinking your bottle, I'll drink it no matter the weather.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
No, that's fantastic, man. And
And
it's been I guess it's probably been about a month or so since we did the Russell's 13 video, maybe?
yeah, so if you haven't checked that out, for sure, that was a fun video, kind of eye-opening. So Baker's 13, Russell's 13. I brought the Horse Soldier 13 just for fun, just because I was like, well, that's the only 13-year age-stated whiskey that I could think of off the top of my head, so I just brought it, and we did a triple blind.
All three fresh cracks.
Yep. And but to think that this isn't even on. They're only 2 years difference.
Yeah.
And this is so far not even on the same planet as Russell's 13.
Yeah, and that was batch 4, so that was last year's batch.
Yeah, early 23.
Yeah. But yeah, I remember, from that tasting, it was so subtle and so soft, and this is just layered and,
Yeah.
this is fantastic.
The nose and the palate match perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Like you smell it, you drink it, you know you're drinking what you just smelled.
Yeah.
Some of those that are completely disconnected, I tend not to gravitate towards. It kind of messes with my senses. Like there's no way this should taste like that. This tastes exactly how my mind would.
And I'm really glad because the nose was fantastic.
Mhm.
So I'm really glad that it tastes just as good.
Yeah, the fruit note comes across beautifully on the palate. There is a little bit of a grain. I think it's that wild turkey Russell's, like
Yes.
that kind of that grain funk.
Yeah.
That just, but
It's
it's
very-
fantastic.
Yeah, and that grain funk, like you said, I get it really kind of in the middle of the palate, but it's very, very light. It's compared to what we experienced on the rib read.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so light and it goes away so quick.
It does fade. Now, like 15, 20, 30 seconds since I took my sip. So my mouth is just full of flavor, but the finish, I'm getting like tobacco.
Yeah.
Tobacco, and there's a leather. Like, this is to think that this and George T. Stagg up against each other needs to probably happen at some point, because they're both about 15. Well, George T. is like 15 to 16.
Do you think the proof would give it away?
Yeah, could. We need a 2019 George T. Stagg, because that's 119 proof.
Oh, yeah. So if you guys have one and you want to get rid of it, you let us know.
Yep. And we will be glad to tell you which one's better. Oh, man.
Yeah, that's...
I don't know what else we can add. I just saw a post on Facebook. Somebody took a picture of one in the store on the shelf at $329.
I would probably tell you, because my wife's not here, that with me and how I acquire my bottles and how I find them, that this would probably still be a buy for me at $330.
I'd buy it 100%.
Yeah.
Now, especially knowing now, that's a buy at $330.
Yeah.
So I don't like secondary.
Yeah.
Nobody does. But in my brain, I assess a value, what I am personally, by my budget,
Yes.
what I feel comfortable with paying.
Yep.
Some people say absolutely not to 250. I get it.
Yeah, that's
I
fine.
don't blame you one bit. That is a lot.
Yeah.
There's no way around it. But I'm telling you right now, if I were to walk into a store in a couple weekends in Kansas City and there was one on the shelf for $329, that's coming home with me.
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess if you don't buy it.
Absolutely. I would buy it all day long. I would probably even maybe go a little north of there.
I would too, to be honest, but I don't have kids.
Yeah, I have 3 of them. If I could get away with maybe not feeding them or anything for a week, we might be.
But you can afford it. You're a manager.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. What do you think of the new Russell's 15? What do you think of the price point? Have you picked one up? What's your evaluation of the bottle? Like and subscribe to the channel. Listen, here in Kansas, I really try to get the newest stuff out there, but we are so far behind everything. You know, apparently we're not quite as far behind as Missouri is on this bottle, but you know, this thing had been out for a good 3 to 4 weeks nationwide before it dropped here in Kansas. And so, you know, you do what you can, I guess, but let us know what you guys think.
Solid purchase.
Yeah.
Guaranteed purchase.
I need another one.
Yes.
I'm still going to keep trying to win another one. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time right here on Thin Blue Whiskey.